Hello, I'm Anthony William, and you're listening to the Medical Medium Radio Show, where each week I talk about the most advanced healing information and secrets about health, much of which is not found anywhere else and is decades ahead of what's out there now. As I've always said, who has 10 or 20 or 30 years to wait to answers to their illnesses? Someone said to me the other day, they said, I had to wait 20 years to figure out what caused my Hashimoto's thyroiditis. 20 years. And the person said to me, well, I was told it was my body attacking itself, so I was convinced my body was working against me all those years, and it was something I never forgot. Every morning I woke up, this person said to me, every morning they woke up, they felt, well, oh my God, how much further did my body go to attack itself? Like, is there more damage being done? Is something being done about it? And it was just nothing but fear and worry for 20 years. And I felt terrible. I felt terrible that this person had to go through this and not know advanced information. I couldn't find it, and they couldn't find it anywhere else. They said there was no one talking about it. No one ever said the real cause of Hashimoto's thyroiditis anywhere. Nobody talked about it. Wasn't written anywhere. Wasn't in any books. And this person was, an avid, health person where, lots of books, had 200 different health books and, read all kinds of articles, was up to date with the newest information from doctors that are putting out information that are well known, you name it, and just had no idea that the body doesn't attack itself. So when I mean 10, 20, 30 years ahead of basically what's out there, and do you have 10, 20, 30 years to wait to have answers? I'm serious. Spirit's serious about this. It's no joke when someone actually has to go through that. Have you gone through that at all? Because a lot of people are. So this person was like, I'm relieved to know that my body's actually defending itself. It's defending itself against a pathogen called Epstein-Barr. That's what enters into the thyroid, causing Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And this person's like, thank God I know now, and now I can do something about it. I could take care of myself. I could knock out the Epstein-Barr. I could work on healing. I could move forward. I can get past this. I can get off of thyroid medication. I could move past all of this. And most importantly, I know that my body's not attacking itself. That was just told to me because no one had answers, so the blame had to go on the person's body. That's how medical research, medical science works. So, as I said before, do you have 10 years to learn this? No. You have to learn this. You have to know this now. If you just logged on and this is your first show, pick up my book. Learn about it now. Get the answers. And yeah, it's important. It's important. People have spent thousands of dollars. I mean, tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get answers, going to clinic, traveling around. Just pick up a $16 book and find the answers so you can just at least give yourself some relief and know where you're going. But we don't have to wait this long for all these answers. We can get this information now. There's no time to spare. Life is precious. We need to get that information. We need to start the healing now and move forward. Today's show is about unmasking eye health conditions. Do you have an eye problem at all or eye health issues? Well, eye health problems like blurriness and styes and cataracts and glaucoma and falters and optic nerve issues and burning and dryness and more are extremely common. Their true causes are still largely unknown. Until these conditions are properly understood, healing will be limited. So, when it comes down to eyes, it really comes down to antioxidants. That's where that word matters. Antioxidants. What's an antioxidant, really? It's a phytochemical, a group of phytochemicals that actually stop you from dying. That's what they do. They stop you from dying. They stop you from aging. They stop you from deteriorating. That's what antioxidants do. Think about that. Because what do? We oxidize. We oxidize like things do. Like things oxidize. Like metal oxidizes. Like a car gets rusty. When water would touch that open exposed metal or that carbon steel or whatever it is, bam, oxidizing would happen, rust. Well, we rust. We actually rust. We oxidize. We fall apart. We dissolve. And that's what happens here when we're exposed to free radicals, millions of free radicals, pesticides, pollutants, chemicals. There's crap falling out of the sky right now. I mean, and I'm not trying to put us into fear. It's why I wrote the Life-Changing Foods book. That book, the subtitle to that book is Save Yourself and the Ones You Love with the Hidden Healing Powers of Fruits, Vegetables, Herbs, Spices, and Wild Foods. There's a reason for that, because we can use our food to stop us from oxidizing, regardless of what kind of crap is floating out of the sky, regardless of radiation that's still floating out of the sky from World War II, from Hiroshima. Literally, not even a fraction of radiation has fallen out of the sky from Hiroshima. It's still floating up there. We haven't even, the fallout hasn't even happened, never mind Fukushima. It hasn't even happened yet. It's just starting to rain on it. So what can we do? We can totally battle that. We can totally adapt to that. We can totally rise above that. And that's what I explain in Life-Changing Foods. Never been done before. The information I put in there from Spirit to actually protect us and our families and our children with foods, information about foods, never talked about ever before. And so when we talk about antioxidants, that's a big part of what's in the book too. When we talk about antioxidants, okay, I was going to say something. Antibiotics actually really oxidize us. They really oxidize us. I was jumping ahead. I was going to talk about that a little later. So when we take antibiotics for different things, that quickens the oxidizing phase. Our organs start to oxidize. Our liver oxidizes. So if we had antibiotics in us going all the way back, we need a lot of antioxidants. A lot of antioxidants. More antibiotics you've used, the more antioxidants you need on every way, shape, and form. And so that's what matters. And I talk about in previous shows about the 80,000 meals. If you've had 40,000 crappy meals, or 40,000 not healthy meals, or 40,000 non-useful meals, if you've had that, then we need to make up. We need make-up time, or if you've had 20,000 meals in your lifetime, depending on how old you are now, we need to make up all that and take this serious and get some good meals in us. And we can do it. We're going to talk about different foods today as well. So when it comes down to eye health, eyes are affected by oxidizing, by things oxidizing in our body, heavy metals oxidizing in our body, pesticides oxidizing in our body, stuff falling out of the sky, you name it, coming out of there. And just sprinkles on down, literally just every day. And that's okay. We can adapt above it. We can totally live in it without it affecting us if we protect ourselves. Eye health matters a lot, because if we have any kind of eye issues, it's related to deficiencies, it's related to antioxidants, it's related to way too many free radicals, basically just poisons floating around in the body having their day. And so we're going to cover different aspects of our health so that we can protect our eyes. So it's a big deal. When it comes down to fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, wild foods, this is what we need for our eyes. That's what matters. We always talk about the color of our eyes, right? Isn't that what it's all about? What's on your driver's license? Does it say eye color on there? You got brown color eyes, you got blue, you got green. It's all about eye color. And then you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, look at your eyes. Look how amazing the color of your eyes are. And it's all about eye color. And when it comes down to that very term, what's the color of your eyes? We need to flip it to what's the color of your food. What's the color of your food? That's what we need to do. What food are you eating that has color in it of any kind? And this is one of the most important aspects of eye health, is what kind of colors are you actually eating? And we know that. We know colors. That's already been going out. That information is not specifically new. But colors matter. So it's those pigments. It's that color in the food that lines up to the eyes in a lot of ways, because what's in that color? Lots of antioxidants. So the blue skin of a blueberry, that blue skin in that blueberry, that's packed with antioxidants, and that is incredible for the eyes. right there. That's a big deal. So that's the antioxidants we need. Now, if it's a wild blueberry, it's blue all the way through. Blue all the way through. If it's a weak cultivated blueberry, it's white and clear in the center with a blue skin. So now that's fine if it's all you got. So if that's all you got is that clamshell, that little pint-sized clamshell that you find at the health food store or the produce section, and it's the cultivated blueberry, it's a larger blueberry, and it's kind of white and clear inside, and that's all you got, it's still good for you. It's still going to help. It's still going to help in some ways with your eyes, but you want to look for that wild blueberry. You know, people say to me, you just love the wild blueberry. I go, how can I not love the most powerful food on the planet that literally can stop any disease and symptom that's going on in our lives? Am I supposed to stop talking about the wild blueberry? Am I supposed to be done? Okay, I talked about it one time, that's it. No, it's that important. And it's blue all the way through. All the way through. Purple and blue all the way through. And so that's what I'm talking about when it comes down to eye health right there, that example alone. In life-changing foods, I really lay it out about what the wild blueberry does for our bodies and what it does for our soul and everything and the power of it. And because it's a lot to talk about in just one show. It literally could take over one show, the wild blueberry. So it comes down to colors. Just like we're always focused on the color of our eyes. Hey, you got green eyes, whoa, they're so pretty. Or you got, blue eyes, look at that. Or whatever it is, it should be like, hey, wow, that food has that color. Whoa, look at the color of that food. And that matters because that's antioxidants. And it matters. Now, okay, fine. Now there's something else you have to understand. The inside of food that doesn't have a lot of color, we don't want to negate that on any level. So the inside of a radish is white, but that doesn't mean something else special isn't in there, okay? So that doesn't mean that something else isn't really special in there. So always remember that. So foods that have white to them or clear to them still have something in them. They have minerals. They have minerals. That's the other aspect of your eyes. Color, okay? Color matters with the food. That's one thing that we got to connect to the eyes. That's critical. And the other one is, that the mineral composition. So it's antioxidants with color, and then it's the mineral composition. These are the two things that we have to use for our eyes. And this is critical. And we're going to talk about different facets of what's going on in people's eyes. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty there. Because what happens is when you get inside a food, you got chromium in there, you got selenium in there, you got manganese in there, you got molybdenum you got in there, you got a little bit of zinc. Zinc is a hard one. It's hard to get zinc in food no matter where we really search, but there's still traces left in some food. So either way, it's the mineral composition too in these foods that are so important. So understand that and remember that.